Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Explore SDSU. We'll let everyone jump in and join us. Welcome to the Fowler College of Business. Really briefly, want to introduce myself. We can get started on time here. So hi, everyone. My name is Hema DeLeon. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Fowler College of Business. I know several of you are still joining us, so we're just going to do a brief introduction and we'll get into all the good stuff in just a moment. So I'm a proud SDSU alumna, so I'm super excited to be here and for you to share and hear from our team about what it's like to be in Fowler. So first and foremost, I know, this is about getting the student experience and a behind the scenes look, and I would encourage you all to really follow us on our social channels at SDSU Fowler. We're on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Make sure, we spotlight a lot of student success stories, a lot of faculty research, a lot of alumni success stories. It'll really give you a behind the scenes look. We do student takeovers and really highlight our student organization. So please give us a follow. There'll even be some giveaways over the summer and to start the fall. So you can earn yourself some Fowler swag. Before we get into it, just logistically, wanted to make sure you all were aware we have a Q&A function at the bottom of the screen. So I encourage you to submit your questions on the Q&A. We will have dedicated time at the end to answer your questions if we can't get to them during the presentation. So as each of us are speaking, please just enter your questions into that function and we will get to as many as we can at the end. So without further ado, wanted to transition it over and kick it off to our interim dean, Dr. Bruce Reinig, and he will give an introduction himself.
Thank you so much, Hema, and good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. As Hema mentioned, I'm Bruce Reinig. I'm the interim Thomas and Evelyn Page Dean here in the Fowler College of Business at San Diego State University. This is actually my 21st year at SDSU. I've been a faculty member for 11 years, a department chair for 8 years, and now just finishing up my second year as interim dean. I love San Diego and SDSU and very happy to meet you today. Our Explore SDSU has been a highlight for me over the years, and I look forward to welcoming you in the future back to our beautiful campus for future Explore SDSUs. But we have to have today's virtually, and so I sincerely appreciate you joining us in this medium. It's great to have you here. Let me begin by just giving you an update on the fall 2021 schedule. We did get some exciting news this month. The governor announced that business operations would open in California on June 15th, provided that there's ample supply for vaccinations and hospitalization rates remain low. And then following that, just a week ago, SDSU President Adela De La Torre announced that our fall schedule would be primarily in person. And so I've been working with the associate dean and our department chairs, and we're putting this schedule back to mainly in person. It will frankly be pretty similar to our fall 2019 schedule. We'll still have some online courses. We like to give students those options, but we are an in-person college and an in-person campus. And so we're thrilled to be returning to that in the fall. You're going to see a delay in the release of our fall schedule to give us time to make all these arrangements. It should publish on May 10th, and then registration is going to be pushed back to May 25th. So let me give you a brief overview of the college. Our college was founded in 1955, and we've been AACSB accredited since 1959. That's over 60 years. We have a long history of excellence in business education that we're very proud of. We actually have over 60,000 alumni worldwide, and over 30,000 of those alumni live right here in San Diego County and Southern California. The other half are spread throughout the remainder of California, the US, and the world. We are the largest academic college at SDSU, and that size gives us many opportunities. We have many student organizations in our college. You're going to hear more about those later today. I always recommend students join at least one student org in the college and then maybe one outside the college to kind of round out their SDSU experience. We're very proud of the quality of our business programs. US News and World Report recently ranked us among the top 50 public business schools for an undergraduate business education. We were ranked, I think our part-time MBA was recently ranked 36 among public, 53 overall. Our undergraduate program is ranked in the top 100 overall. And we really deliver this high quality education at a very affordable cost. So we're very proud of those things. We are especially high ranked in entrepreneurship and international business, but we have great quality programs across the college, and you hear about those in a moment. We are named the Fowler College of Business in honor of Ron and Alexis Fowler's generous gift to the college to help us raise funds to elevate the students and faculty in the college. The Fowlers are generous philanthropists to higher education, and we appreciate them supporting SDSU. If you're wondering who is Ron Fowler, he's the co-owner of the San Diego Padres. So a few things about the college. We have great faculty, strong researchers and educators that engage our students in real world projects. Some examples of those are MIS department has an AI lab, which conducts grant funded research for the US Navy out of Port Hueneme, and they do research in cybersecurity and other topics. We have a volunteer income tax assistance program out of the Charles W. Landon School of Business. And our accounting students partner with the IRS and provide tax return service for low-income households throughout San Diego County. And they do that at no cost to those households. So it gives our students the experience of working with clients as well. We have just hackathons and case competitions and disciplines throughout the college. One of our biggest events each year is our Women in Leadership Forum. We just finished that earlier this month, and we had Amazon, Google, Twitter, TikTok, Disney Plus all had representatives presenting in that conference. And we've really made a concerted effort to partner throughout the community to businesses. And we've established advisory boards for our college, for our departments and our research centers to try and really engage the working community to make sure we're teaching the right competencies and skill sets and technology, frankly, so our students are ready to enter the workforce successfully. Let me give you two things that we've really stressed in recent years. One is the advising, which you're going to hear about today in our Center for Student Success. So students in the Fowler College coming in as a freshman or a junior are going to have a dedicated advisor their entire time at SDSU. They'll always have someone to go through to make sure they're on track for graduation. We're very proud of our graduation rates. The other item is career readiness. This has been a real main theme in the college, that we want to make sure our students, in addition to having those core competencies in their majors, have the soft skills or essential skills that they need to get a great job when they graduate. And so you're going to hear about all of these things today. And I think we'll start with our career readiness in our career management center. And I'd like to introduce to you our interim director, Tina Tan.
Thank you, Dean Reinig. Hello, everybody. As mentioned, I am Tina Tan, the interim director of the Career Management Center in the Fowler College of Business. And I'm also alumni and a proud Aztec. I've been with the center for over 5 years now, and I started in the center as a career advisor and recently took on the role of the interim director. I have over 15 years of career counseling experience in higher education institutions, and I am excited to tell you a little bit about the Career Management Center and the career services and resources that we have to offer. I believe that students come to SDSU and choose a business major because they're very career focused and they are really making a plan and working on this major to ultimately get a job after graduation. And the Career Management Center is here to help these business majors reach that goal. SDSU business students are really fortunate because they have two excellent resources for career information and assistance. One of the resources is the University Career Services Office, which serves all the SDSU majors. And then the other resource is the Career Management Center, which I'm a part of. So both of these are dedicated resources for career-related programs, information, advice, and support. However, the Career Management Center in the Fowler College of Business is a premium resource that's dedicated exclusively for business students, where they can get particular advice and experience related to the career paths business students typically pursue. The career management team is here to empower the Fowler students to identify and attain successful and fulfilling business careers. And we do this by offering business-focused resources and experiences to help students succeed. Our team also collaborates with employers and the business community to build a presence on campus and to facilitate connections with the students and the Fowler alumni. We are committed to serving Fowler students and to help them by being career ready for professional success after graduation. So resources and services that the Career Management Center offers includes Handshake, which is our career network web portal, where business majors have 24/7 access to find and apply for internships and jobs. And then through Handshake, students can also connect with fellow students, alumni, and employers. They can also schedule their one-on-one appointments with us, learn about and register to attend career management career events. We offer the one-on-one career advising, and then we also offer career assessments specific to business career paths. We conduct career and professional development workshops, and we bring in employers for employer information sessions. We also have developed a career success handbook, and this is specifically for business majors, which has resources to prepare business majors for internships, jobs, and long-term professional success. We offer extensive on-demand resources that are targeted for business majors. Specifically, what you'll find there is major-specific sample resumes, writing materials and guides, sample interview questions that are dedicated to a variety of business career paths, and then targeted networking resources for the kinds of events that business students may be attending. There is a weekly e-newsletter to update students on upcoming events and inform them of current internship and job opportunities. And then lastly, there is an opportunity to participate in the Aztec Mentor Program, which is also known as AMP, where students are matched up with a mentor that can help them learn about what it really is like to work in a particular role or industry. The Career Management Center is really the primary career resource for all business students, and we encourage them to take advantage of these services and resources starting in their first semester here at SDSU, so that upon graduation, they're career ready. So now I would like to hand over the stage to Christy Dock, the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs and Director of the Center for Student Success in the Fowler College of Business.
Thank you, Tina. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Christy Dock. I'm the Assistant Dean here in the Fowler College of Business. Really excited to be here to talk to you about our different majors and minors that we offer in Fowler and some opportunities and ways that you can become engaged both within Fowler and SDSU, in particular in your first year when you arrive on campus. I've been at SDSU for a little over 17 years, love the campus, love our community, and again, happy to answer any questions that you all have along the way. I did want to start with an overview of our various departments within the Fowler College of Business. And as Dean Reinig mentioned, we are the largest academic college on campus. Our students are go-getters. They are seen as the leaders on campus, and there are a lot of business majors at SDSU. Our students very much identify as Fowler students, but the Fowler College of Business is sort of the umbrella. And within Fowler, there's 5 distinct academic departments. So you'll see a chart on your screen, and what this really serves is to show you our departments and the majors and the minors that are offered within each of these departments. The majors are listed sort of in the center and the minors are towards your right. So you all should probably identify and recognize one of those majors as a potential major for you coming in the fall semester. But I want to run through these really, really quickly. So we do have the Charles W. Landon School of Accountancy. So within our School of Accountancy, we of course have a major in accounting. We also have a sort of a unique program. It's called the BMAC program. It's a 4+1 program. So what this program in essence is if you're an accounting student, you can opt in, you can apply to this program, you have to be admitted. But if you stay for an additional year, it's a 5-year program, you will graduate with your undergraduate degree in accountancy, as well as your Master of Science in accountancy. It's 150 units total. And so for those of you that are interested in sitting for your CPA exam, this BMAC program gets you to the 150 unit and it prepares you for that CPA exam. There probably will be questions about the BMAC program, and on our call today is actually our accounting advisor, Sarah Mercado. So she at the end can answer some questions about BMAC specifically, but I did want to mention that. Within our finance department, we have 3 separate majors. So you can have a major in finance, financial services, or real estate. Within management, we have a general management major. We also have a management major with a specialization in human resources and a management major with a specialization in entrepreneurship. In our management information systems department, we offer a degree in information systems. In the marketing department, again, we have, just like management, 3 distinct majors: general marketing, where you can have a marketing major with a specialization in integrated marketing communication, or a specialization with professional selling and sales management. In addition to these 5 departments, we also do offer a general business degree. So that is an option for you as well. The next thing that I'd really like to talk about is sort of give you a feel for our total enrollment. So again, we mentioned we're the largest college on campus. So fall 2020, we had just under 6,000 undergraduate students. And the pie chart, you'll see a distribution of our majors just for interest's sake. But right now, our largest majors are finance, marketing, and management. And you can see the distribution there. Now I want to transition to sort of kind of the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about. And that's really ways that you can get involved on campus and really become engaged with Fowler and SDSU. When you're coming into a new institution, whether you're going to be a first-time freshman making that transition from high school to 4-year university, or a transfer coming from a community college, either way, you're going to need to adjust to a new place, a new system. What are SDSU's policies? What is our culture like? How do I make new friends? So it's really important that you get engaged in the first semester. And there are so many ways that you can do this. But what I'm going to do today is really talk about a few different opportunities that we know after working with business students for many, many years are really valuable for business students as they go on, our students go on to graduate and go into graduate school or enter the workforce. The first thing I would do is encourage you to participate in what we call high impact practices. That's sort of a fancy higher ed term, but what it really is sort of these co-curricular activities. Sometimes high impact practices can occur in the classroom, but oftentimes they're things that you participate in voluntarily outside of the classroom. It's important to participate in these kinds of activities because we see some very positive things happen when students do. We see increased graduation rates, increased GPAs. Students just report a better experience at the institution. Retention rates go up. But really where I think these become very valuable for you is because they're going to make you marketable. For graduate school or the workforce. These are the kinds of activities that you can put on your resume, you can talk about in an interview that will begin to potentially separate you from everybody else applying for that same position. So a couple of these high impact practices, to give you some examples, would be having an international experience, doing an internship, participating in a student organization. And there's also an opportunity for those of you that will be incoming freshmen to enroll in a class called BA 100, which I'll touch on in a second. But again, I would encourage you to participate in 1 or 2, if not more, of these activities upon coming to SDSU. So the first one I want to talk about is BA 100. And again, this is specific for first-time freshmen that will be here in the fall semester. This is a class, it's a 1-unit course. So it meets 1 time a week for 50 minutes. It's a credit, no credit. but you do get 1 unit earned. You'll take it in the fall semester. This course really serves as an introduction to SDSU. What is higher education about? How do I navigate this campus? What are my resources? What are the offices on campus? How does the system work? Because it is different coming from high school to a 4-year institution. So this class is taught in a very small group. So you'll be with about 20 other students. They will all be business majors, first-time freshmen. It's a great place just to meet other students that are in your major. But again, you are going to learn to navigate the campus. You're going to learn academic skills because there are skills to being a successful college student. How are you going to manage your time at this level? How are you going to deal with stress or conflicts that come up? These are the types of things that you'll talk about in this course. But we're also going to embed business specific things into the course. So you're going to learn about how academic advising works within Fowler. You're going to have a more expanded view on the things that Tina was just talking about with internships and getting a full-time position and how do you get your resume pulled together. Those are the types of topics that are going to be embedded into this course. So when you come here in the fall, your advisors are going to be reaching out to you over the summer, pre and post orientation. Please register for BA 100. It's really important that you do so. You will learn a lot in this course. The second one I want to talk about is having an international experience. So we do believe in Fowler, and it's one of our degree learning objectives, is that we want our students to have global competency. You need to understand, to be successful in the workforce, you need to understand and appreciate other cultures. How is business done and conducted outside of the United States? You will absolutely learn about this in many of the courses that you take. But the best way to become globally competent is to travel and optimally live in another country. Fowler sends the most students of any of the colleges abroad, and most of our students actually will study abroad for an entire semester. Now, obviously, this past year, we weren't able to send students abroad, but we are getting really hopeful that we will begin to start sending more and more students each semester moving forward. I bring up an international experience right now because I just want to plant the seed. Most students, the best time to study abroad for most students is spring of your 3rd year. So for those of you that are going to be incoming freshmen, we have a lot of time here ahead of us. For those of you that are going to be incoming transfers, a little less time, but we do have, we're hopeful that by the time we get to next spring or a year from fall, things in our world could look very different than they do right now. So with study abroad, it's just really important to, if you think you might want to study abroad, we need to prepare because we want to make sure when you go abroad, you've done your research, you're picking an institution that will really work for your major, and we're saving the right courses for you to take abroad. Our students are really fortunate because we have a dedicated study abroad advisor on our staff. Her name is Welaine Cabal-Carr. So this would be somebody that I would really encourage you, if you are thinking you might want to go abroad, set up an appointment with her either later this fall semester or into the spring semester, and she will help you plan out exactly what kind of experience you're looking for and how to prepare for that experience. But again, want to plant the seed and know that we have all kinds of options when it comes to study abroad. It could be a semester, it could be a summer, it could even be a really short term where you go over the winter break. So a lot of opportunities and different types of programs that our students go on. The next one I want to talk about is getting involved in a student organization. So again, Dean Reinig mentioned that we have a lot of different student orgs, and he's absolutely right. We really do encourage our students to become involved at least one business student organization and something outside of business to really give you that well-rounded experience here at SDSU. In particular, this morning, though, I want to highlight our business student organizations, which all fall under the umbrella of our College of Business Council, which you can also get involved in. We have about 20 business affiliated student organizations. For students that are incoming that first semester, my biggest piece of advice when students ask me, well, I don't even know how to start getting involved, what should I do? This is the easiest way to really start your involvement and engagement on campus is join a student organization. All of our student orgs within the Fowler College of Business are affiliated to particular majors or career paths. And many of our majors have multiple student organizations to get involved in. I really encourage these for a couple reasons. One is it's a great place to grow your peer network. So again, you're going to be coming into a new institution. If you go to student orgs and they meet one time per week, you're going to be surrounded by other students that are in your major, and they're likely going to be in your classes. So it's a good place just to meet new friends, start making those peer connections. But these student orgs do a fabulous job. I'm impressed every year, but nearly every week they are bringing in industry professionals to speak to their members. So it is a good place to grow your professional network as well. You're going to hear from people that are in the career path that you're potentially interested in. They're going to talk about their journey. How did they get to where they are? What do they wish they would have known or done differently? Do they have special trainings or certificates? They're also going to talk about their day-to-day job. So what do they like? What do they not like? What does that look like? Their everyday experience in that particular career field. And then they're going to talk about their company. So you're going to get a feel for what is a company's culture? Is that a place that maybe I want to work? Am I a big four firm type of person and I want to do that? Or is maybe a startup or a not-for-profit the right fit for me? It's also a good place if say you're an incoming freshman and you think, I might want to major in marketing, but I'm not sure really what that is, or there's a lot of career paths in marketing and I don't know what I want to do. Go to the American Marketing Association meetings, because again, you're going to be hearing from all these folks that are in that career path, and you're going to really be able to get a feel for, is this the right fit for me, or help you, hone in on what exactly in that career path that you want to do. So again, the student orgs meet one time a week. You can just Google SDSU business student organizations. They will have later this summer, they'll really update their days and times and meeting locations. All that will be on their websites. But I would really encourage you to get involved in one of the business orgs. In particular, I want to just mention, it's important for all of our majors, but our accounting majors, there's 3 different accounting student organizations. Please join one of them. That is really where you're going to learn about the unique recruiting cycle for accounting. So kind of an extra plug for accounting students to make sure you do that. So with that, I think I'm going to leave it. Again, happy to answer any questions at the end of the hour, but I'm going to turn it over to Patricia Van Dam, who's going to talk about Center for Student Success and our academic advising structure.
Thank you so much, Christy. It is a pleasure to be here. Good morning, everybody. Just like you heard from my colleagues, I've also been on campus for a long time. This is my 20th year, and every day is a new day, and it's such a pleasure to work with students and continue making a difference in helping them with not only academics, but life and career skills in general. So it is my pleasure to be the lead advisor in our Center for Student Success, because as you will see, advising on campus has evolved so much, and we in the Fowler College of Business, we like to be pioneers and evolving things and making sure that our business students are getting the best out of all the opportunities that are available. So we run our center as a student success center, meaning we're not only going to talk about academics and which courses do you have to take and what sequence of courses, but we take a very holistic approach as we are working with each student. So we will refer you to Tina's office and her team to talk about career. We will see, are you struggling in a specific course? Do you have an opportunity to go to tutoring, or do you need more resources with the math and the writing center that we're going to talk in a little bit? So these advisors, there are 10 of us, and we are professional advisors. That's our full-time job, is to be really trained on the academics, on the sequencing of courses, on the general education courses that you have to take. But we are divided by majors, which provides us with the opportunity to know in depth the curriculum, to work with the department chairs, any changes that are happening. We are there on the forefront to support you. So even though we are the largest major and department on campus, college-wide, we take a very personal approach. So every student will get a dedicated academic advisor. So if you are a marketing major, you will be connected with either Vanessa or Geneva, and you can see these are all on our picture here. This was taken out of one of our virtual staff meetings that we do every Monday morning. So even in this virtual environment right now, which, hopefully and thankfully we are graduating into a face-to-face module in the fall, we have extensive Zoom meetings with the students. Every week, if you look at the advisors' calendars, they are meeting with students back to back to make sure that we're providing that support. So you will be making appointments with the advisors to connect. And I encourage the students to meet with their academic advisor at least once or twice a semester, because really important for you to take, take ownership on what your path is going to be. But there are so many different nuances, and it's such a big campus that we want you to make sure that you are making progress and that you have that dedicated person to come to as your support. So it's an incredible office. Again, we are extremely excited to be there and to help you every day. Give you a little snapshot here. So we're going to talk about the freshmen first, your first time students on campus coming out of high school. Your first 2 years, so there will be a combination of preparation for the major business courses and general education courses. So we will help you balance out your schedule to make sure that you are making progress towards going into the upper division. So there will be a series of 9 preparation for the major courses. Accounting students take 8. These courses have to be completed with a C or better. And again, once these courses are completed and you have 60 units and your cumulative GPA is at a 2.9, you will progress from a pre-major into the upper division major. So first 2 years focusing on GEs and your preparation for the major courses. Last 2 years, you will be in upper division, taking business courses and satisfying some general education requirements for graduation. And we call these our Impaction Criteria. So you're going to hear that word a lot as you're coming to our office for advising. We have so many students that want to be business majors that we have to set that bar at some point. And the students actually are the ones, setting that bar. So 2.9, your 9 prep for the major courses, and those 60 units completed. And on the next slide, you're going to take a look at what this is a snapshot of what those 2 first years will look like. So as you see in red, you have those 9 preparation for the major courses spread out throughout those 4 semesters. So we encourage students to average about 15 units every semester so that you can continue making progress. And then at the end of your second year, you have completed those 60 units. Sometimes 15 units is not for everybody. We say it's going to depend on your workload, or what's going on outside of school, what other responsibilities that you have. But ideally, you're going to average 15 units. But in a case that 15, maybe it's a lot, or there's a semester that there's something else going on, we highly encourage students to use the summer term as a way for you to take courses, to continue with that sequence, and to make up, in a sense. More and more, our summer schedule has been very robust, with preparation for the major courses being offered, GE courses offered. So it is a great opportunity for students to either stay ahead or to, again, make up for some of these units that you are not able to do as a full load during the semester. So as we move to the second slide, this is an opportunity for the transfer students coming in to have an idea, what are you going to take as you are coming in the fall. So hopefully, as a transfer student, you would have completed all these preparation for the major courses. Your GPA will be outstanding, above a 2.9, and you will have those 60 units. So you will start in the upper division major. That means that you are able to start taking upper division business courses. And for every major in the Fowler College of Business, these courses go in sequence, they go in order. So you have to take prerequisites, as we call them. So for every major, there is one specific course or 2 courses that we recommend you take this first semester. So you get into that sequence, you get in the order of courses so that down the road, If you want to take an elective or if you want to take a second level course, you make sure that you have that prerequisite out of the way. So for accounting students, we will absolutely recommend that this fall semester you take Accounting 331. For finance and financial services students, for example, you will take a BA, excuse me, 323, real estate, finance 331, so on and so forth. Marketing students absolutely take a BA 370. That becomes a prerequisite for a lot of the marketing classes. The other one that you will take this fall semester is BA 310. So that one is a co-requisite taken together with some of the business courses. And at the same time, it is a prerequisite for other courses down the road. If you think this is so much information for me to remember, we have already planned a schedule template for you, which is called the MyMap. It stands for Major Academic Plan. And every student has an opportunity to see those maps out of your web portal account. So we have taken the time to develop a map for every single major. So you will see when you pull your map every semester, you're going to see courses or you're going to see placeholders for courses in that sequence that you have to take. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have done that prep work for you. The other tool that is extremely helpful, and I tell the students, if you learn how to read your degree evaluation, you are golden. You will be able to be in charge of your education and know exactly what to take. So as you come to advising sessions, every time we're going to say, pull your degree evaluation. Let's take a look at where you are, which courses you have taken, what do you have left to take. So we will help you, empower you to make those decisions and to understand which courses are due for next semester. We can help you revise your academic plan for a semester, for a year, for 2 years, for the 4 years as you are moving forward. So as you can see, we take a very, very personal hands approach working with the students. This is one of my favorite shots taken from campus as you are facing the student union right there in front of us with that beautiful tower. To the left will be our Fowler Center for Student Success and our Fowler College of Business. And then behind us is the library. You will have an opportunity to be on campus this fall. We're very excited to welcome you. So some of the resources, again, it takes a village, for us to help you become the best student that you can. We have a writing center and a math center that are extremely helpful for students to present their papers, to make sure that your writing is up to par. As a business professional, you will absolutely be writing. You'll be writing memos, you'll be writing manuals, you'll be writing presentations to your advisory board. So you really need to hone in those skills. And we have the Writing Center absolutely there helpful for you for every course that you need. Our math center, again, very robust. Some students are very strong in math and quantitative skills. Some of them may need more help. So our Math Learning Center is extremely helpful for the students. They use that all the time. The other part that we're very proud of our center is that we have dedicated tutoring for all these preparation for the major courses and for upper division business courses. So these are students that have done exceedingly well in these classes, and they are coming back to tutor students that are currently in the course. Our tutor coordinator, which you will meet soon, Jason Tan, he has done a phenomenal job pulling in tutors that are extremely versed in these classes, and they have a calendar. All you need to do is go on the calendar and put in your appointment slot, and you can meet with them every week if you would like, or every other week. It's a very good schedule. Also out of the departments that is tutoring available, from accounting department, marketing and finance and information systems. The other resource that I absolutely encourage everybody to take advantage is your professors. These are the experts in the topics. They are teaching because they have a passion for teaching students, for making sure that you really understand the content. So take advantage of their office hours. And down the road, as you graduate, whether you're going to graduate school or if you're applying for an internship or for that first job, you're going to want a lot of recommendation. And these professors will be the ones that have known you the entire time. Make sure that you are the student that goes to professor office hours often and early, and not just at the end of the semester when you need that extra help to get your grade and the professor has never met you. They want to see the students early and often. Okay. Another resource is definitely build study groups. Again, surround yourself with students that are strong in areas that you can use some help. And at the same time, you're going to join study groups that will give you an opportunity to help other students in areas that you are strong. It's a good place to, develop some of those leadership skills there. So as you see, lots of resources, and we will be there this fall semester and throughout your academic career to support you, make sure that you are taking the best out of this education. So I think that concludes my presentation. And again, I will stay at the end for you to any questions that you have regarding academics, regarding our center. I'll be happy to answer. So at this point, I'm going to kick it back to Hema and give you an opportunity to ask all your questions. And we have two amazing moderators that are here, and they are full-time advisors in our center that are going to be helping you. So there you go. Hema, back to you.
Thanks, Patricia, and thanks, everyone. So yes, as Patricia mentioned, we have two excellent moderators. We'll have Sarah Mercado, who Christy mentioned earlier, accounting advisor, to answer questions live, and then Jason Tan, who will be monitoring the chat Q&A. So as a reminder, please use the Q&A function, and we will get to the questions right away. So with that, I'll pass it over to Sarah, and we'll get things going.
Thank you, Hema. We have already had some great questions this morning, as we always do, but I love seeing what you guys are thinking about, how you're getting excited, how you're planning your time here at SDSU. So the first question that we received is actually about internships. So I am going to pass this over to Tina. It's a little bit specific, so maybe Tina, you can speak more broadly about SDSU and our relationships with our employers. But the student's asking, what kinds of internships are offered, particularly in marketing?
This is a great question. I'm excited to answer it. I mean, there are a variety of internships. Our students have gotten roles in, ranging from junior financial analyst to project management intern and data analyst. But recently, I'm happy to say that I've been working with a student who actually found a marketing and sales internship at TikTok. And she just recently told me that she got it. And she found this on Handshake, which, as I mentioned, is our career web portal. So there are a lot of internships out there, and our center is really there to help you with your internship search efforts. So whatever you're looking for, like I said, I encourage everyone to come visit us in their first semester, so we can start talking about what are your short-term goals, what are you looking for. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you, Tina. I think that was really helpful for all of our participants today. Christy, I'm going to ask you a question about student orgs. So I had a student asking, can transfer students join student organizations? And is there any special consideration since they're coming in a couple years into their degree?
Yeah, so really good question. Absolutely. Our student orgs are open to everybody. And just like incoming freshmen, I encourage them to join a student org right away. Same thing with transfers. The difference, I would say, when I'm talking to an incoming freshman student, keep in mind, you all have 4 years ahead of you. So you do have a little bit more time to maybe ease in and get acclimated and, join and pick and choose what you want to do. If you're an incoming transfer student, we have you for 2 years. So it's really important that you make the most of your time at SDSU, and you really do need to hit the ground running. So the way I would sort of look at student orgs, and I didn't really mention this, but it gives me an opportunity to expand just a little bit more, is I would say that this first fall, spring semester, pick a student org that you feel like this is the right fit for me. I'm really interested in this. This feels like the right place. But maybe the following year, think about getting a leadership role, because there's a difference on your resume. Sure, you could put you are a member of the Student Accounting Society, and that's great. That's a good step. But think about if you could say, I was the executive vice president for the Student Accounting Society, and I managed a budget of $10,000. Again, we're looking for experiences that are going to separate you from other people. And you have to be strategic in how you do things. So you can't be passive. You really need to put yourself out there and think, how am I going to get these experiences? And how am I going to translate this to a potential, future grad school or employer? So really the only difference between freshmen and transfers is transfers, don't be shy, jump right in there. We've got 2 years, so we got to make the most of it.
Thank you, Christy. We had another question about student orgs, but Christy, I think you actually answered it. And it was about how many student orgs a student can or should join. And to Christy's point, it is quality over quantity. So don't go crazy, but do something meaningful with that student organization that really sets you apart. So thank you again, Christy. Okay, so we do have some questions about academics as well. And so I want to have Patricia help us out with those. So Patricia, can you talk a little bit, a student's concerned if students ever have trouble registering for prerequisite classes because they're full, and how do we handle those situations?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. Very good question, as we get those in our office all the time. And my answer is you absolutely work with your academic advisor, because we will be the ones to help you strategically, plan these courses and make sure that you have them in the right sequence. But most importantly, to me, is you need to have an open mind. There are several courses available. We have so many sections for all these preparation for the major classes. We, meaning the department chairs and the faculty, they are aware how many students we have. So we open sections that are enough to accommodate all the students. When the students role comes in is that if there's a course that is offered at 8 o'clock in the morning and that has open seats, you will take that class. Don't wait for the 5 p.m. that has 20 students on the wait list because you don't want to take a morning course. So this is your opportunity to get prepared and to say, when I get a job, I will start my shift at 8 o'clock in the morning. You can't tell your boss, I'm not a morning person, so I'm going to come in at 5. So the bottom line is there will be sessions available. There will be sessions open. You just have to take the courses when they are offered and understand the flexibility, playing a puzzle with your schedule and knowing that we are here to support you. So I hope that helps answer the question, Sarah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, definitely as advisors, we are here to support you to be successful. We can't make every bump in the road go away, but we can help you navigate those bumps. So Christy, I'm going to kick it back to you again. This one's actually about residential life, but I know you have some inside knowledge here. So the student's asking, are Fowler College of Business students required to live together on campus?
So not necessarily. So you'll need to follow, if you're required to live on campus, you will need to do that. But you don't necessarily have to live together on the same floor. Now, we do have opportunities, though, where they're called business learning communities, where you can choose to opt in, and it's a part of the housing application. You can choose to opt into a residential learning community where you are placed together by floor with other business students. So that would be something that you would want to consider in talking with students. That's been a very positive experience for them. But again, that is something that you would opt into in the housing process.
Perfect. Thank you, Christy. Okay, Tina, I don't want you to get bored. I mean, maybe Dr. Reining's getting bored here. I'll find a question for you, Dr. Reinig, too. But Tina, in terms of career readiness, what's the difference between what a freshman should do and a transfer student should do?
So a freshman typically will want to, for career readiness, explore the different business career paths. Whereas a transfer student, they can still explore, but typically they're a little further in the career and professional development life cycle, where they should know what they want to do and kind of pursue and start coming up with a strategy or plan on those steps on finding opportunities. So they're a little bit further ahead. So with a freshman, more career exploration, and transfer students, they'll typically have a better idea of what they're going to be doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina. I think that's really helpful for both sets of students that are here with us today. So I am going to give Dr. Reining a question. It's pretty easy, but a student's asking, will the summer 2021 classes be held online, or will they be transitioning to on campus?
So at this time, our summer 2021 classes are still scheduled to be online, and I don't anticipate that really changing because that schedule has been out there for a while. So our campus will be opening up over the summer, and you'll start to see more students on campus. But as of now, we don't plan to have in-person summer courses offered.
Thank you for clarifying, Dr. Reinig. So this one's a little bit more academic. So I'm going to pass this back to Patricia. The student's asking, as a transfer student, I have 2 classes that I still need to complete for my transfer articulation, but is this going to hinder my progress? For example, will I be unable to take my upper division major classes upon transferring?
That is a very good question. And again, we see that all the time. So the one thing that we do very proactively over summer, we will be reaching out to you as a transfer student to understand exactly this. Do you have any preparation for the major courses that you have not completed? So once we identify those, we will encourage you to either take those over summer. You can take those at San Diego State, or you can take those over at a community college, so that we make sure that as you start the fall semester, you have these 9 preparation for the major courses completed. If by any chance you are coming in and you are missing the second accounting course, 202, for example, you're missing RWS 290, our business writing course that maybe your community college didn't offer, you didn't have an opportunity, you can take those in the fall on campus. And we will encourage you to mix these remaining preparation for the major classes with upper division GE courses. So there are 3 upper division GEs that every student has to take. It's a graduation requirement. So that will help you build a full schedule. The one thing that students cannot do is take preparation for the major business courses alongside upper division business courses. So these are hardcore prerequisites, and you have to have those completed before you can jump into your BA 300, 310, 360, 370. So as much as you can over summer, take care of these remaining prep for the major courses that you have left.
Thank you, Patricia. Yes, we want you to be prepared and ready to start your upper division major classes. So that's why we have all these rules and requirements in place. It's really to your benefit. So we've had a couple of these questions, so I thought I would bring it up. This is probably a good one for Patricia again. So I'll give you a minute while I read off the question. But this particular student's asking, I did not apply to the College of Business and I'm in a different pre-major. How can I add a business major or change into the business major? Are there certain dates or deadlines that I need to be aware of? And then maybe, Patricia, if you don't mind, just the difference between a freshman and a transfer student.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So yes, the answer is there is an opportunity for you to change your major. Not a problem at all. A lot of students change their major throughout. Again, we're going to be strategic and follow the rules a little bit, right? So as a freshman, the good thing is all these courses that we have set up for you to take during your freshman year, especially your first semester, are going to be general education courses, and some of these preparation for the major courses double count with your GE. So you can still make progress towards becoming a business major as a freshman by picking these courses strategically. Later in the semester, you cannot change your major, your pre-major right away during orientation, for example. But later in the semester, after census, as we call, you can contact one of our advisors and we will assist you with the paperwork to switch your pre-major into a business pre-major that we have to offer. As a transfer student, similar, and again, we have advisors here to jump in, you will be able to switch your major we will look at how many units you have taken, what your GPA is, to make sure that you are going to be able to declare that upper division in the major and have that 2.9. So contact us at the beginning of the semester so that we can help you plan some courses strategically. If you are coming from a major that doesn't allow you to take these upper division business courses right away, we will recommend you start with some of the GE classes, and after census again, we will help you switch your major.
Thank you, Patricia. I just want to check in with Hema. Hema, how are we doing on time right now?
I think we have about 4 minutes. So
Okay,
we can take a
perfect.
couple more questions.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to pass this over to Christy. It's an easy one. What does GE stand for?
Good question. And we apologize. Sometimes we get so used to these terms, it's easy for us to use the acronyms. GE stands for General Education. So no matter what major you are on campus, there is a series, it's called your General Education Pattern, that all students have to take. So for example, all students take a oral communication course. You have to take a physical science, a life science. So very similar to what you would be used to at high school, where you have to take different courses. So you have a series of them at the lower division level. So when we say lower division, I'll correct myself here, not assume. Lower division means a course is numbered between 100 and 299. So a 100 to 200 level course. Typically, you take your lower division courses in your first 2 years at the university. In addition, students have 3 upper division general education courses that they have to take. Those are numbered 300 or 400. So typically, those are taken in your 3rd and 4th year. So again, a series of classes. It really is designed to give you a well-rounded education. So you are going to get a lot of courses specific for business. But the idea of attending a university is you're going to become a well-rounded person. So you're going to have a series of these GE, general education courses. Within each area, you will have options. So you will get to decide which physical science, which life science, which humanities course that you want to take. And we encourage you to be really strategic about that. What are there classes that are going to complement your potential career path? Maybe you want to build a minor and you can use some of those GE courses to help you build a minor. So that's, again, something that our advisors can help you if you really are interested in being, kind of laser focused and strategic on your GE courses as well.
Thank you, Christy. Hema, I actually think we have a question for you. So a student was asking for our would be available. So I thought maybe you could touch a little bit upon that as we're getting close to the end.
Yes. So the recording, yes, we are recording today's session, and it will.
I'm on the spot.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay, good. The recording will be available if you go to our business.sdsu.edu homepage. At the bottom, you'll see a link to our YouTube channel. Click on that. It should be available about midweek next week. We'll just do some trimming on it. And then to my knowledge, it'll also be on the Explore SDSU page as well. So plenty of opportunity to share that, and we'll once we get to the end here, we'll share some of those links and resources. And Sarah, you're back.
Okay. Thank you, Hema. I appreciate that. I actually think that wraps up the questions that we had today. I know Jason was very effective and efficient at answering a lot of those, so let's give him a round of applause. He's kind of behind the scenes here, getting all those questions answered for you. But yeah, Hema, thank you so much.
My apologies, the mute went away. So yes, thanks to everybody for sharing their feedback, insight. As mentioned, this is the resource slide. Take a screenshot or picture of it. The top is our business website. You can learn more information about what we do, hear and read some stories. Follow us on social media to get that student behind the scenes experience. Links to our Career Management Center, as well as SDSU Flex information and COVID-19 updates and resources. resources. These are updated daily, so please, if you have questions regarding any of those are the sites to go to. And then our advising center, our Center for Student Success, the website is listed there, as well as our email address for our advisors. So I will kick it one last time to Dean Reinig to close us out and with any final words.
Thank you so much, Hema. So thank you again for joining us today at this virtual Explore SDSU event. I hope that was a useful overview of the Fowler College. I think you'll agree with me that we have some wonderful staff in our Career Management Center and our Center for Student Success to support you as your time as a Fowler College student. If you have any questions that weren't answered today or something comes to mind later, please use this contact information to reach out to us. So have a wonderful day. I hope you can attend some other sessions at our Explore SDSU.